Alright, so making cable lugs for 1 wire, 1 gauge wire, and for a battery bank. So tools you may need: tube cutter, highly recommend this. Crimper, this is necessary. You don't want to use a hammer and chisel to crimp because it's not going to leave a good crimp and you're not going to get a connection. Razor, ball peen hammer or any hammer, hacksaw, tape measure, marker, optional shrink tubing or electrical tape, and then for the cable lugs, copper pipe, 3/8 inch inside diameter, and this was 20 bucks at Home Depot, and this will make approximately 60 cable lugs because I'm making them only 2 inches long. And then here's the Harbor Freight hydraulic wire crimping tool. It crimps up to 0 AWG. Alright, so getting started. First things first, need to cut the wire. So we come over here to the vise, tape measure and marker. I'm cutting my wire at 14 inches long. Roughly. And I'm just using a hacksaw. You can use a sawzall, might be quicker, but just make sure your cut's square. Use the tube cutter to cut the wire, strip the wire back. Makes the cut nice and square. I'm stripping the wire back at 3/4 of an inch, and that just seems like a good distance for the cable lugs to bite onto. Cutting these, make sure it's horizontal, otherwise it'll tend to walk. And just tighten a little bit at a time after doing a couple loops. And you'll feel it start getting bumpy once you hit cable. And once it starts getting bumpy, give it a couple more without tightening it. And then you should be good. The next one. Now some people say they like to solder it as well, but I find that unnecessary, and I work with electricians who never solder when installing this heavy duty cable, as long as they get a good crimp on it with a hydraulic crimper. Solid connection. Now to get this off easy, I use a razor and just cut here out. 3/4 inch right there. And now for the cable lugs. Let me grab the copper pipe. Now the magic number for me on this is 2 inches. You can do more or less, but 2 inches seems like it's a good number. Make 2 of these at 2 inches roughly. And the tube cutter is pretty necessary for this because you don't want to crimp the tubing, then it'll be hard to fit on the wires. Just tighten a little bit at a time. Give it a couple spins, keeping it horizontal. Take some time with this, but two inches. Alright, next step is to crimp it. And I crimp it before I flatten the cable lug. Crimp it on first. So choose the more square of the ends. And it should fit a little loosely. Maybe it might be tighter, but I just push it flush up against this. Make sure it's not over the sheathing. It shouldn't fit anyways if you get 3/8 inch diameter. Slide it through. And don't crimp it all the way at the end, leave a little gap for better, stronger connection. I'm leaving about 1/4 inch gap, maybe a little more. Alright, it's on. Be a good solid crimp. I've seen people try to pull on it afterwards after crimping it with a hammer and chisel. I mean, that's not going to be a good test. A better test would be, it shouldn't even be able to come off if you're pulling on it with pliers in your hand as hard as you can. If you see it move, then it's not a good crimp. This one's solid. It's an 8-ton hydraulic crimp, so it shouldn't be going anywhere. And for this one, to make it look professional, you want to make sure that these are both crimped on the same side. So this one, you want it to look alike. So to do that, and now before optional, if you want to put on heat shrink tubing, slide it on now to get it over this. I'm just going to end up using electrical tape. Just a note. So to get the crimps looking the same, you just gotta tie it. Put it on. see this, turn it, you want this to line up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Next step. Next and final step. So you want to hammer these both flat, same angle. And when you're hammering this next one, make sure it's the same side as this one. You don't want to twist it. Voila, we have ourselves battery cable. You can color code them with electrical tape, black or red, and you're gonna have to drill the hole for your electrical terminal or pole coming from your battery, whatever size. Mine happens to be 3/8, and I do that later.